Alright, so maybe you want to make a moon, huh? You got some crazy moon idea in your head, you little degenerate. I don't know what you kind of horror scenes you got cooked up in your head for you and your friends to explore, but this video I'm just gonna show you how to get the Lethal SDK up and going and how to get it running, how to be able to develop your own maps. This isn't really like super in depth. This is just getting it open and getting it running. And if you know how to use Unity, this like how to like use assets and stuff and prefabs, you'll be ready to rock and roll from this point. I am gonna add more videos in the future to the channel that explains animations and all that kind of stuff in more depth and examples like on Ether of how I did it and stuff. So you guys can make more way better custom moons for people to experience. Yeah, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We also have a Discord channel or a Discord group community that we like to talk about mod development or game development, stuff like that. If you're interested, check it out. All the links for everything mentioned in this video will also be in the description. So yeah, let's get to it. So I'll link this in the description. This is the Lethal SDK on Thunderstore. You'll just need to get this through a manual download, and then obviously the Unity game engine. I'll also have this link below. So we'll just start off with the We'll start off with this Lethal SDK. It's not it is made by the Lethal Expansion people, but you need this Lethal SDK. It's not the same thing. So come over here, click manual download, slap that bad boy on the desktop. Bang! Look at that internet, man. That's crazy. All right, and then we got Unity. Now we'll just download for Windows, and this is gonna give you Unity Hub, not like a specific version of Unity. So just download Unity Hub. I already have it. It's not why I'm gonna download it, but just slap that on your desktop too, okay? So we're on the desktop now. Let's grab this is the Lethal SDK we downloaded from Thunderstorm. And then you'll have a like Unity download or Unity hub installer. Go ahead and set that up. Just install the Unity hub. It'll look like this. Just go ahead and install that completely, like whatever you gotta do to get that set up on your PC. Set that up. Once you get it set up, it's gonna look like something like this. And here's my Lethal SDK. And I also already have the Lethal SDK installed on my computer. However, it's not up to date. Like they released a new version, so I'll be updating it. It's kind of the same process. So we'll open up this zip file, the Lethal SDK zip file you downloaded from Thunderstorm. And then in here, you're gonna want to click on this Lethal SDK project, and you want to extract all, and just do it to your desktop. Um, cool. All right, so once you got it extracted to your desktop, it'll look something like this. So we're gonna open that up. It's kind of the same thing again, but now you're just gonna extract it again. And I believe it's gonna put it in this folder. Let's see. Yeah, so I think it's gonna put the Lethal SDK project folder in here. If not, it's gonna ask me to replace some files on my desktop. If so, that's cool though. Alright, cool. So we got the Lethal SDK project right here. And all you're simply literally gonna want to do is like see so you'll have this so it'll extract once you've extracted the zip file fully, it's gonna extract it to this original folder automatically. It should. And then here it is right here, right? So here's this Lethal SDK project. For you, you'll simply just drag this to my fault. That's incorrect. You want to open it and then drag this folder. They're named the same thing. It's a folder inside of a folder. Named the same thing, but drag the second one that doesn't like you don't want this first version like this one right here, and you want the inside one. So just drag that to your desktop. Now, when I move it to the desktop, it's gonna ask me if I want to replace files, probably because I already have one there. Name the same thing. I'm gonna do it because this is like the updated version. And if they release an SDK update in the future, this is all you have to do. Just download the updated SDK, drag it to your desktop, and it'll replace all the old files as far as Lethal SDK files, not your map files, not anything that you've done in Unity wise. So you'll be okay on that end. I was worried about that when I first. Alright, so just go ahead and drag that out. Bang. See, this is it asking me replace the files. Cool. So now I've updated my Lethal SDK. You'll have the Lethal SDK ready now, so when you open it, it should look something like this. I'll probably have a lot more in mind than you, but it'll have a bunch of shit going on. My folder's only white because I have like a customization thing on it. It's not yours will probably be yellow or whatever your operating system is. Alright, so now we got the Lethal SDK project folder. You really don't need these anymore. You can delete those. Alright, so once you got your Lethal SDK project unzipped on the desktop, you want to come over here to your Unity hub, go to installs, and you want to click locate. So you're not going to have anything here, but I'm just getting you ready for this. You need to get this link in the description also. This will give you the version of Unity that we're using right here. Just scroll down till you see LTS release 2022.3.9F1. You want to get this right here. Install that, put it on your desktop, wherever you need to put it. Once you did that, just click right here, click locate, and open up that folder. Bang, bada boom, you got the correct version. And then you want to click add. So click. Alright, so once you got it installed, the correct version of Unity on your system installed, you'll come over to projects. I already have mine there because, obviously I've been working on it. You'll click add. Go to your desktop and just select that Lethal SDK project and go ahead and open it. It might take a while, especially on your first time ever opening it, but after you opened it one time, it's pretty fast, I'd say. Waiting on Unity. Like I said, it can take a minute. This is my first time opening it today, so yeah, it'll probably take a minute. Alright, so we're in the SDK now. I had to cut it because my mic turned off for some reason. Now that we're in here, we're just gonna check this out. So you can see his template world. Well, this isn't the template world. This is actually the So this is old Seaport, like the map that you probably played on with the Lethal Expansion, and this will just give you a good example of how everything works. Like how he implemented triggers and all kinds of stuff like that. This is really good learning tool, I'll say. Like it really shows you how he did a lot of stuff, like just to come in here and expect a lot of these little elements. This is honestly how I learned how to make something like Ether. I literally just came in here and looked at like everything this man had going on. Yeah, so once you're in here though, I'm gonna go, hold on, let me bring these over so y'all can see these. Let's make it a little bit easier for everyone. Don't need to be that big. Alright, cool. So once you're in here, man, so you're just want to come down here to this template moon, and you'll want to control D that. So control D, and that should duplicate it. We're gonna duplicate the template one. Always do that when you want to make a new moon. Just duplicate the template folder. It's a lot easier to start off with that. This is what your project should look like off the rip too. And if you don't see old Seaport off the as soon as you open the SDK, that's okay. Nothing's broke potentially. Maybe I just had it open last time I was here. I don't really know. Um, so once you've duplicated that template mod folder, we're just gonna change this this duplicated template mod folder to whatever your name your mod's gonna be. So we'll change this one to showcase. Yeah, we'll just call it showcase moon. So we'll name that showcase moon. It's gonna do a bunch of crazy Unity stuff that I don't really know what's going on. Alright, cool. So we got that Got the showcase moon. So now that we're in here, the showcase moon, what you're gonna want to do is you can delete the items or scraps folder if you want to. If your moon's not gonna have any custom items or scrap objects. If you want to add custom scrap objects to your moon, that's how you would do it. We'll make a video in the future about that, but this video is not about that, so I'm just gonna delete that folder for now. Alright, cool. So now that we're in here, we're gonna double click on this moons folder, and this will get you started. This is what you need right here, man. This is your bread and butter, your meat and potatoes. We'll just what we want to do is come over here, and you can come to this scene builder, and you'll see that there's yours might be like this. If it's open like this, or you got a bunch of random shit, which you shouldn't, but if you do, just close it up like that, make it all nice and neat. Yeah, and delete that shit. Just delete all that. What you're gonna want to do is once you're in your show, ours is gonna be called Showcase Mode, but for the rest of the video, I'm just gonna refer to it as like your modded folder or your mod or your, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep saying Showcase Moon, so just keep that in mind as I go forward. And I'll try to take it slowly, and if this isn't really like the best format for it, you guys just let me know. I'm gonna add more videos in the future, like breaking it down a little slower. This is just getting you in there. So just open up this test moon prefab right here. Remember that's in your mod folder, so you'll be in the assets folder. Bang, there's our showcase moons, and you'll just want to double click this test moon right here, this prefab. Alright, so once you've opened up the prefab, just come over here, click on this in the hierarchy, open up where it says test moon, and go ahead and slap in whatever your mod name is or your moon name. So we'll say, call this showcase moon, or showcase would probably be easier, but we'll just say showcase moon. Boom. So click the rename thing. Alright, so now we got, I hate having this here, I'm used to this being over here. We got our moon set up. There's our prefab showcase moon. Now you're just going to come over here to this test moon right here, this little file. Alright, cool. So once you've gotten the prefab renamed to your moon file, you can delete this little texture that's in here. Delete that. That's it just goes to the moon, like to the prefab of like the moon players will see in space. And that one you don't want to use the one that comes in the test thing. You know what I'm saying? You can delete this. You don't need it. Just delete it. Trust me. Um, delete that. No, don't delete that. Sorry. Don't delete that, guys. You can delete that. This little circle material, and you need to delete it. You don't want to use their moon material. Or like the template moon material. You can delete this old seaport nav mesh. This old seaport moon video, you can delete that. This old seaport little file right here, so you can use this. Just like come over here to your test moon one. So this is gonna be the one that you're using for your moon, and you can use this old seaport like script file. It's, you see what I'm saying? It's giving you like the planet description. This is what's gonna pop up in the ship. This is how you attach like the player video, stuff like that. And this will kind of give you like examples of how he set up the spawnable scrap values, the enemy values, all that kind of stuff. It just gives you an example of everything for you to set up your own moon data file. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically what this is. This little script file is, and it's going to be called test moon. You'll just want to name that the same thing as you name this prefab. So rename that to showcase moon. Yes, you want to be the same exact thing. I think I put a cap. No, I don't. Okay, cool. And once you got, so this is my test. So I'm gonna delete this just to not confuse people, but you can save it in yours to give you guidance, right? Now, old seaport, delete that out of your test folder. So now you should just have the prefab asset of your world or the template moon, and then your script for your moon, which is, this was called template moon or whatever. And then you should have this planet prefab asset right click on this and you're gonna rename it to whatever your moon name is, planet prefab. So we're gonna name it showcase moon planet prefab. And we can just leave that there for now. Come back over here to our moon script file. And we're gonna come over here where it says orbit prefab name. You're gonna name this the same thing you just renamed that moon. So showcase moon planet, or no, I think it's showcase moon prefab. Let's see what it is. You need to name it the same. Planet prefab. I'm an idiot. So yeah, name that the same thing. Planet prefab. Cool. Planet name. This is a be what? Rename this to showcase moon. This will be what pops up for players. So we'll put like 999. That sounds terrible. Let me not do that. Let's do 78. So we'll do 78 dash showcase moon. So that'll be like what pops up in the terminal. And then right here for main prefab, just drag this prefab into there. And then see, it should change that to showcase moon. And then planet description, we'll put Lethal Moon Team, baby. Wait, Lethal Moon Company, baby. Yeah. Gangster. So, planet video, you can put any type of video here and it will literally play. It could be a meme, anything. It will play it on the terminal whenever they get like in space above the planet. Now you can put whatever you want with the risk level here. It has to be like not whatever you want, but it has to be like safe X. Even if you put it safe, enemies will still spawn. This actually does nothing. This is just something to pop up on the screen for players. Like, it actually controls nothing. All the enemies will be controlled through, and scrap will be controlled through these values. Time to arrive, that's how long it takes in space to get to the planet, like to orbit the planet, not to land on the planet. Yeah, basically everything else is pretty self-explanatory in here. I'll make a better video explaining more. I'm just trying to show you guys how to get set up and rolling. Alright, cool. So now you got that set up. Everything here is good. We're just gonna go back to our showcase moon folder. Come right here to this this first script. It's gonna be called mod manifest, right? Yeah. So changing this to whatever your mod name is gonna be. It has to be the same thing as the main folder. So you'll do showcase moon, or like say it's called Celestia or Ether, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you named your moon, that's what you're like the whole mod. You don't have to put moon behind your mod name. Like, I'm just doing that as an example for the wing. For the video. Come down here to author, put the author. This is not any. This doesn't really matter. This is just like doesn't matter. You don't even have to put anything here. We don't have any custom scraps in here, so I'm just gonna remove some of these. I'm gonna remove them all. Put 0, actually. So we don't have any scraps. Change this moons to, so I'm only putting 1 moon in this mod, but say you had like 5 or something like that, you could put 5 moons in here. You see what I'm saying? Like, and put them all in 1 mod pack. Doing this, but I'm just gonna put 1, bang. And what you'll want to do is click this little lock icon, come back in the moons folder down here, come on mouse over here. So I went to the moons folder, and then you'll want to drag, you want to drag this moon script file to this right here. Bang, now it's got our showcase moon, and then asset bang. So we're not ready for that yet. So just leave this like this for now, you're done with this. You can unclick the lock button. Come back to your showcase moons folder, or whatever your mod folder is. So here's our mod manifest script, the one we just worked on. We're gonna come to the right of it, and this will be the template mod asset bank. You're just gonna want to right click on that, rename that to take off the template part, leave mod asset bank on it, and you're gonna want to, like, in front of mod asset bank, you're gonna want to put whatever your mod's name is. So my mod's name is Showcase Moon. Enter. So now it should say all together Showcase Moon mod asset bank. So for example, for my ether mod, the main folder, like in this mods thing, you see it's called ether. This file would be called ether mod asset bank. That's what it is for ether. You see what I'm saying? So we'll go open up the Showcase Moons. Alright, cool. So we got our Showcase Moon mod asset bank file ready now. And what you want to do is come right here and it says Planet Prefabs in this, and we'll click this lock first and then open the Moons folder. Drag this prefab right here. Alright, cool. Now your mod asset bank is set up. You can unclick that lock. And then come over here back to this first moon file and drag this asset bank over. So we'll drag that, bang. We'll update it. So now the asset bank is linked to our mods asset bank. And bang, everything's ready. Like, everything's ready to go now. So what I suggest is in this moons folder is you create like a file for, let's say, a folder for textures. I'd create a folder for like audio, and then see, like, put your custom stuff in there and keep it organized from the rip. Anything that you do now, make sure that you double click on this and open up this asset bundle, like the original one that's in your folder, to make sure that you're saving changes actually. I'm gonna remove this off the screen just because it's not really important anymore, but yeah, I know that probably wasn't the most amazing explanation, but hopefully you guys can kind of follow along and it'll just get you started. Once you're to this point, it's up to you what you do in Unity. You're in. You know what I'm saying? You can go crazy. To save what you've done in your world, let me show you. First off, you want to click find your environment folder and click, hold on. Like, once you click on this environment in your hierarchy, click bake, and all that does is give you a nav mesh, and that's so the AI knows where they're going on your map. Once you did that, you can click save up here in the top left hand corner, and then click right here where it says Lethal SDK Asset Bundle Builder. And see, yours should save this automatically, but it'd be tweaking out sometimes, so you might want to remember this. But do capital A assets / asset bundles, just like that. And then you can just click build asset bundles, and it will put the asset bundle file in a folder I'm fixing to show you. You'll open up this Lethal SDK project, and then open up this assets folder, then open up asset bundles, and then look for the .lim file in here. So for example, ether.lim. Yours will say whatever your mod name, your map name is, .lim, and you'll just drag that. You see what I'm saying? To your like R2 Modman plugins folder or whatever you're using to load moons. So Lethal Expansion, for example, however you got that, whatever plugins folder you have that in, you just need to drag this .lim file over into that. None of these other folders. Hey, so like I said in the beginning of the video, if you need more help with anything, check out the community. We got the Discord link below. There's a lot of people in there, a lot of developers, a lot of map creators. They can help you with the SDK as far as some stuff that I didn't really go over in this video. But like I said, there will be more videos coming shortly. I just haven't had time to really make them yet. I'm still trying to make some maps, for the community to keep the engagement going. I have a new map that's planned to come out this week. I'm gonna show some devlogs from that here soon, so subscribe if you think that'd be something cool or something that might help you with development. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and you have a good day. Good luck with everything.